guys of another brush set. Now, I previously reviewed some brushes from Diva Beauty and some from Altair Beauty, and I can link those two videos below. Out of those two, I loved the Diva Beauty brushes so much. And like I said in that video, I'm a Sigma affiliate, and I love Sigma brushes, but the Diva Beauty brushes are better. So this is a Sedona lace kit, and they sent me this Vortex brush kit to review for you guys. And as always, I'm always honest, whether it was sent to me or not, how I feel about them. So there are some great pros and there are a few cons. So in the kit, there are 4 face brushes, 8 eye brushes, and 1 lip brush. So let's go ahead and dig in. One of the brushes, and the main reason I was excited to get this kit in particular, is the fan brush. It is a humongous brush, really thick, really just luxurious feeling, and I got it for the purpose of highlighting. And I have to admit, I've actually used it more for contouring than I have for highlighting, but you can really use it in any way you want. And the whole purpose, from my understanding, the whole purpose of this kit is kind of to fill in the voids and the gaps between when it comes to brush kits, because most brush sets come with the typical powder brush, blush brush, you know, etc. This one kind of fills in the gaps, and you'll see what I mean. So this one I was really excited to get. The only fan brush I've ever owned before this was the e.l.f. one, and it's really, really thin, and it's not bad. I mean, it's still soft, but this was just so thick, and if you just get a little bit of highlighter or a little bit of bronzer or whatever on it, it just so flawlessly applies it. I love it. So, and they all come with like little guards, and this one they say to keep on it while you're storing it. Just to keep its shape. But I've washed all of these, and most of these were fine after the wash except for like 1 or 2 brushes, and I'll tell you which ones. So another face brush it comes with is this one. It's the FB05, and I use this, there's product on it. I've used this actually for powder foundation. Like if I just need a little more coverage here and I've already applied my liquid foundation, I'll dip this in a powder foundation like the NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat one or the Laura Geller Balance and Brighten. And I'll just dip it in there and just kind of swirl it there, and it just applies it really, really nicely. It doesn't look cakey, but you can use this for contour, which I think is maybe what it's marketed to do, I'm not sure. You can use it for anything, for highlight, for your powder in your under eye, really anything you want. But it's a nice one. e.l.f. sells one that's really comparable to this one, and I would say either of those are nice. The other thing it came with is their FB07 brush, which I have been using this for my liquid foundation, most notably with my, what do I like this with? My Revlon Color Stay. It's insanely soft. All of these brushes are super, super soft, but it's not as dense as the Sigma F80, just the F80, is that the one? I can't think of which one it is. It's not as dense. So I use my Sigma F80 when it comes to like a mousse foundation, like the Color Stay Whipped. I use the Sigma one. With any of my liquid ones, I use this one and it works better. But I don't find that this one works as well with a thicker foundation. So it's something, you know, to keep in mind. My hair is a mess. This, it's been quite a week. We had a garage sale here at my house recently, and my allergies are really, really bad right now. And I swear to you, no medicine works on them. Anyway, but, and I was just like a stupid rotten mess. Like my eyes were red and itchy. I couldn't stop sneezing. My nose was running. I literally felt like I just wanted to immerse myself under water and just sit there for a while. Because it was just so itchy, and if you have allergies, you know exactly what I mean. There's nothing worse. There was no point to that story except for this is my natural hair because I wanted to, usually I shower in the morning, but I was like, you know what, I'm getting all of this pollen and all of this nonsense off of me. So I showered last night and went to bed with my hair wet, and this is how it naturally air dries. Anyway, wow, that had nothing to do with anything. So I really do like this brush. It's really, really soft. The other face brush is the FB03. This is amazing. This is a brush when I saw it, I was like, I wonder how I'll use that. Like I wasn't really sure how I personally would use it. I have been using this non-stop for blush, and what's so bizarre about it is that point ends up being perfect because you can kind of point it right there and just sweep your blush back, and it is so nice. I just love this. It's tapered, it's perfect. It's so bizarre because I never would have thought I'd use a brush like this for blush, but I can't stop using it. It's the one I reach for every single day. So next, we'll go ahead and talk about the one lip brush. It's like a little capped one, and it's their LB25, and basically you can take the back of it and stick it on, and it's just a lip brush. I've used it once. I don't really use lip brushes ever. I don't have potted lipstick really, you know, so I've used it once, but again, it's nice to have a nice lip brush for when I need it, but I don't use it often. But I like that it is capped. That way, if you can't clean it off in time, you know. So onto the eye brushes. Let's start with this eyebrow brush. It's the EB17. It's very comparable to the Anastasia Duo one, where it's got the angled brush on one side and the spoolie on the other. I really like it. The spoolie's great and dense, which is exactly what I personally want when I'm doing my brows. And this is the thickest little brush I've ever used, and it works so well with brow powder, so well. Now you guys know that lately I've been using the Brow Wiz, so I've used this side more, but I did intentionally try the brow powder again a few times with this, and it really does apply really well. All right, next we've got this one that I haven't gotten as much use out of. It's the EB19. It's like a thin liner brush. I don't use this kind of brush for cream eyeliner. I use cream eyeliner all the time, but I'll show you which one I use. I use the EB23, which is another angled brush, but I have been loving it. It's a little black because it still has some of my liner on it. I've been using this so much. It works really well at creating a little bit of a wing if you want it to go out just a little bit. It's just, I really love the angled one. This one, if you like this kind of brush, you can kind of see, I don't know if it's showing up, but a little bit of the hairs have frayed there after I washed it. So that was one that didn't wash quite as well, which is a shame. But I love the angled one. And then it also comes with the EB21. I've been using this for, what did I use this for? Oh, for getting a little bit in my outer corner here. Just right there, a little darker color. I can be really, really precise with it and then blend it out with a fluffier brush like this one. This one has gotten a lot of use, the EB13. It has a really fluffy end, and I really have been using this a ton for just blending everything together, for getting a little bit of a buffer shade there. I just love this. And speaking of buffer shades, this is the EB15, and it's kind of a tapered end there. And this is great, again, for getting right in that crease. Because it's tapered and pointed, you can be precise. But it's also fluffy enough toward the bottom that you can really kind of, if you've got a medium shade that you're wanting to get all over the place, it works really well at blending that together too. But this is another one that didn't wash so well, and a lot of the hairs are falling off. I've seen a lot just like fall while I'm using it. So that was a bummer because I really like the shape of this. But this and that little tiny liner brush are the only ones I noticed that after I wash them, they are losing hairs or it's messed up. All the other ones were fine, so it might just be those two or just flukes. This one I love. It's the EB09, and I have been using this like crazy to pack color onto my lid here, and even up here, but I'll show you what else I've been using for up there. But it's just perfect. I mean, this is kind of a brush that you can really go any brand and find a good one, but I like it. It's really great. And the last one is the EB11, and this is one that's kind of that certain feeling. I can't think of what that texture is, but it's got that kind of glossy feeling to it. But I've been using this, what? Too many conjunctions. This is one that I've been using with powder shadow just to get right under my brow bone with like a nice light shade. So it works really well because of the shape. You can really get right in there at your arch or whatever shape you got going on up there, ladies. And I really, really like it. So all in all, this brush kit is expensive. They do sell these brushes individually as well. And if I were to recommend a few individually, I really would recommend the FB03, that blush, because I've never seen a brush quite like this in any other line, and I just really like it. I can't stop using it. And so that would be one, if you're looking to maybe just buy one nice brush or a couple, this is one I would recommend. The fan brush you just can't lose with. I, again, haven't seen one like this anywhere else. And it's just so thick and luxurious. It's just one of those, you just feel gorgeous using it. You know what I mean? So far those two, out of their eye brushes, I think if I were to just recommend one, because they're all really good, but you can find similar ones in other lines as well, I really do like the EB13. It's really fluffy. It works so well at blending, and I just really like it. And it's a little denser than most eyeshadow brushes this shape, which I liked. So that would be another one I recommend. But really, the kit is really nice. And if you're someone that's looking to get brushes that aren't in a normal brush kit, this would be a great one for you if you've got the money to spend, or maybe you're a makeup artist and you want some different options for brushes. I don't know. this would be a great kit for you because it does fill in that gap of the brushes. Most don't come with a jumbo fan brush and, you know, all those kinds of things. So, but I hope that was helpful for you guys. Like I said, I'll list those other brush videos below. The Diva brushes, they're a little bit cheaper. They also don't have as many options. So, you know, that's another thing to think about. And of course, I'll link the Altair brush kit below as well, which is very different from this. So, I hope that was helpful, and I'll catch you guys very soon. Bye.